Ladies and gentlemen, it's a big, weird, wild world out there, friends. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Good morning, friends out there in Radio Land. How are you doing? Oh my God, if you're one of the people listening on the radio, you have missed so many shows. You have to go to any good podcast directory, search for The ProBoh Show, and you'll see there are tons of podcast exclusive episodes. How are you doing out there, friends? Big good morning to Mr. Cruzando, Bonta, Ironman, Nessa, Vanessa, Nuria, Tam, Jeffa, all joining me at 8:30 Central European Time, 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to partake in another ProBoh Show. How are you doing out there, friends? Guys, if you want to interact with the show outside of our regular schedule, you can do that two ways. One on my Instagram, that's @professionalbohemian, or on Discord. We have an ever more active Discord community. If you want to join us there, you can do that. There is an invite. Well, you'll find it somewhere, guys. You'll find it somewhere. How are you doing out there, friend? Let's see what's going on in the world today. Oh my God, in the second half of the show, I ask 100 humans. I ask them to name a food you wouldn't eat with a fork. Nombra un alimento que no comerías con un tenedor o con tenedor.
¿Será posible? Vaya nivelazo.
Auto nivelazos, the best nivelazos. How are we doing? First time chatter master, welcome. Also in the second part of the show, we're going to find out what happened to a Boston couple before they got married and more, if we have time. In the but all that fun, friends, is in the second half of the show. If you want to join in those interactive sections, you need to get here to twitch.tv/professional bohemian. In the first half of the show, we do have a delicious unpopular opinion today, and that is that airport security, airport security, very prescient subject here in the summer. This one was actually given to me, but face to face. Airport security is too strict nowadays. La seguridad aeroportuaria, I don't know how you'd say airport security, es demasiado estricta hoy en día. Airport security is too strict nowadays. Min says, good morning. How are you doing, Min? And Master asks if you can ask a question. Oof, of course you can, as long as it's not too personal. Nuria Tam is trying to help me out with the pronunciation here. Aeroportuaria. My God, that's a word. Well, you got Spaniards, leave out a few vowels. Feel free not to use every single vowel in a word if you want to. If you can only save your best friend or your girlfriend, who would you choose, says Master? Oof, only my best friend or my girlfriend. I would let them both die, start fresh, start a new life in Canada. Is that possible? Is that one of the options, Master? Good morning, beautiful warriors. How are you doing, Vero? Welcome. Okay, so we've got the unpopular opinion and tons of other things. Master says, I like that. I like that you like it, Master.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
Okay, yeah, we're full of beans. If you're listening to the show on the radio, it's currently Monday morning, so we've got that Monday energy. But it's good energy, friends. It's good energy today. First of all, I'd like to say a big congratulations to Spain on the Women's World Cup victory. Oh my God, you guys. Women beat, the women of Spain, of the Spain team, beat England 1-0. As you know, I know nothing about football. I couldn't care less. But it's something to celebrate. Well done, Spain. And God knows we could use something to celebrate, right? Okay, let's get into some news today. Firstly, weird piece of news here. Hopefully you guys in the audience can help me unpack this. All right. So, transgender women are banned from a women's chess event. So transgender women are banned from a women's chess event. Se prohíbe a las mujeres transexuales participar en competiciones femeninas de ajedrez. Okay. So let's unpack this a little bit. This is coming from BBC. It was a big news story yesterday. The International Chess Federation has temporarily banned transgender women from participating in women's chess events, stating that individual cases may need up to 2 years for analysis. Oh my God. Number one, why can't women and men play chess together? Why are the leagues separated by gender? Can anyone explain that to me in the chat? Any of the amazing live viewers? Can any of you explain that to me? Why can't men and women compete together in chess? Why are the leagues separated? And that's kind of the fundamental question here. The less fundamental question is, why can't transgender women play alongside born women? I don't know what the phrase is. Is that not a little bit sexist? Is that not the chess community saying men are better at chess than women, so they can't compete together? Is that not a little bit counterproductive? I'm sorry to reduce the argument to the boiling cesspit that is my brain, but isn't this a little bit weird? Let's see what people are saying. You're lucky the lunchtime show isn't back up yet, otherwise we would have snitched. Okay, man. I don't... yeah, exactly. Andrea is actually back from vacation today at some point. I'm excited to see her. If you're a fan of the lunchtime show, you know my best friend and co-host, Andrea Vaughan. Nivelazo from Nessa Finessa, thank you.
¿Será posible? Vaya nivelazo.
We're not going to miss a single one. I think it doesn't matter in chess or in all mind. It says Master, I just don't understand why men and women can't compete together in chess. Like in twisted logic, I kind of understand the argument when it comes to more physical activities, but isn't this kind of like the chess community saying, no, well, men are better than women at chess? How is that? That's not real. That's not right. At least I've had my ass kicked at chess by women more than my fair share. Chess is just an archaic, old, and unwilling to break tradition, says Min. Well, going by the community standards here, chess isn't even a sport, right? Woo! Do you remember we did the unpopular opinion of online gaming? I can see it in physical things, but mental, no, says Master. Yeah, me too. I agree, man.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
Why can't men and women compete together in chess? I don't know. I don't understand. Okay, let's go. Let's move on to more Elon Musk news, or Elon. Still going through his goth phase, as we've discussed previously in the show, renaming the Twitter X and changing the blue color to black, like his nail polish. Get over your goth phase, Elon. Well, here we go. Elon Musk's social media company X, previously known as Twitter, plans to eliminate the feature that allows users to block other accounts. So yeah, this is coming from, where do we get this from? The Guardian. Blocking feature to be removed from the former Twitter platform X, says Elon Musk. While the block feature will be removed, the mute function will remain, which hides specific accounts from users' view without notifying the muted account. Musk, who has positioned himself as a staunch supporter of free speech, has faced criticism for this decision. Is he a supporter of free speech? There's something up for debate. When he's throttling links from accounts or from websites that he doesn't like, does that seem like a free speech move? And what do you think goes behind this decision? Did he find out one day how many people had him blocked? And he thought, well, this can't be. And plus, another thing worth mentioning here, would removing the blocking feature not go against Apple's terms of service on the iStore and on the Google Play Store, on the Chrome Store, not the Chrome Store, the Google Play App Store? Would that not make Twitter in violation of the of the terms and conditions. I think you have to provide users a way to eliminate certain accounts from their feed if this does in fact go ahead. Seems like a weird decision to me anyway. What do you think about aliens, says Master, a new recruit here on the show. What do I think about aliens? I'm honestly very, very skeptical about the whole alien thing. The whistleblower hasn't really convinced me. It seems like a lot of second-hand information. However, I am an open-minded skeptic, and if I ever see anything I consider to be real proof that's not shaky video camera footage or second-hand information, then I will flip on a dime and say, yes, aliens exist. Until that happens, though, Master, I am very, very, very skeptical. Your favorite person, Rob, says Nuriatam. Yeah, Elon. God, Elon. I'm frustrated with Elon because, he showed great promise. He seemed like a real genius, and then his recent moves have just smacked of stupidity. Elon, come on, what are you doing? Who doesn't love our dear Andrea and the Oracle, says Vero. Yeah, we all do. I'm looking forward to having them back. No, it doesn't, says Nessa. Musk is in favor of free speech until it says something that hurts his incredibly fragile ego, says Min. Oh. The elves there in the background agreeing with Min there. With you there, says Nessa. Yeah, I know. It just seems like the guy I don't know. It's disappointing, right? Because Elon kind of showed quite a lot of promise. But then the more you dig into his, where his actual finances come from. He's the son of a very wealthy man who was in kind of a disreputable business. He didn't found Tesla. He bought into Tesla. I don't know. That's up for you guys to decide. The third party thing kind of right now is kind of skeptical, right? Yeah, I find the third party testimony to be something that is a real it kind of holds me back from the excitement around the disclosure of alien intelligence. It'd be one thing if the guy had seen things for himself, but he's just reporting things that were reported to him. And I'm kind of skeptical about that. And finally, final piece of news today. Police in England installed... Oh, get this. I'd be interested in knowing your opinions on this. Because we're all pro-AI until it leads to fines, right? Police in England installed an AI camera system along a major road. It caught almost 300 drivers breaking the law in its first 3 days. Oh my God. It's coming from Business Insider India. Police in Cornwall, England implemented an AI camera system on the A30, a major road which detected nearly 300 driving offences within its initial 3 days of operation. Developed by the tech firm Accusensus, this system captures images of passing vehicles and uses AI to identify potential violations, such as not wearing seatbelts or using mobile phones while driving. In the first 8 days, the system identified 1,000 offences. Once the AI flags an image, it's reviewed by a human, and depending on the offence's severity, the driver receives either a warning or an intention to prosecute notice. Breaking the law, says Nessa. Yeah, AI technology coming for your bank book. What do you think about this? I mean, as someone who doesn't drive, I'll be frank, couldn't care less. And if people are breaking the law, if you're breaking the law, hold your hands up and say, all right, you caught me. And to be fair, if a driving offense, like if something is against the law in terms of driving, right? You're putting other people's lives in danger, you deserve a fine. You know what I mean? You deserve a fine. I can just see a follow-up to this story being, lawyers argue that AI isn't an accurate measure for prosecuting driving offences. Boo! If you were caught, you were caught. That's what I say. Weren't cameras that check for certain stuff already a thing? I think the new... that's from Min. I think the new side or the new angle to this story is that AI is being used to identify specific acts in violation of the traffic code. So there you go, guys. That's what's on the, that was the news that was on the menu today. You know what we should do? We should go head first into today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Okay, it's unpopular opinion o'clock. But what even is an unpopular opinion, friends? It's a brain fart, un pedo cerebral, un pedo mental. I share it with you on my Instagram. And very soon, by the way, guys, I'll be sharing it also on my Discord if you want to join us there. Today's unpopular opinion, today's brain fart, pedo cerebral, pedo mental, today's rayada is airport security is too strict nowadays. Airport security is too strict. What do you think, though, guys? Okay, on the Instagram poll, do you like the results? So I made the statement that airport security is too strict nowadays, and on Instagram they said 56% true. But is that strictness necessary? You know, do we just feel the violation of our privacy in that moment and not really look in hindsight to the preventative measures that lead to airports or to plane travel being so secure? That's what's up for debate today. I've got some pro and con arguments for you right here. Okay, so in the pro column, enhanced security measures can cause longer waiting times, requiring passengers to arrive at the airport several hours before their flight. This can be particularly stressful and inconvenient, especially for frequent travelers. True story, right? Got to get there an hour and a half before you take off so you can go through security and then just waste your time just kind of traveling through traveling through duty free and picking up cheap perfume. There you go. Okay, next, privacy concerns. Here we go. Some security measures, such as full body scanners, can be invasive and require raise privacy issues. True story. Passengers might feel their personal boundaries are being violated. Thank you, by the way, Norges, for that subscription to the channel. You rock. Okay, next, inefficiencies. Some argue that the security protocols are more about creating the appearance of safety rather than effectively targeting credible threats. You get that sense? You get the sense it's just an act? Interesting. This security theatre doesn't necessarily make flights safer, but does make travel more cumbersome. You know, here I'm kind of reminded of the fact that you can only take like an eyedropper full of liquid, you know, like 5 milliliters or whatever the hell it is. Like, is my shampoo, okay, bad example in my case, is my aftershave really a security threat? I mean, it doesn't smell very nice, but I don't think it's going to crash the plane. Okay, next, economic impact. Stricter security measures can lead to increased costs for airlines and airports. Costs that are often passed on to the consumer in the form of higher ticket prices. There you go. That's what's on the pro column. What about the cons? Los contras. Here we go. The primary purpose of strict airport security is to ensure the safety of all passengers. Given the history of attempted terrorist attacks involving airlines, it's argued that it's better to err on the side of caution. I think we can all agree to that, right? High levels of security can act as a deterrent for those considering malicious activities. Yeah, true story. Even if some measures seem excessive, their mere presence can be a deterrent. Next, knowing that there are strict security measures in place can boost the confidence of the traveling public. People might feel more at ease flying if they believe potential threats are being effectively screened. This is very much for me in my case. I'm a nervous traveler, particularly a nervous flyer. So when I go through, I do feel the hassle of having to put things in tiny little bottles and, you know, being checked and treated as guilty before innocent, you know. And I'm that because I shave my head and I'm a British male. Every time I land, I have my I have my luggage rifled through by some security agent. It's just it's something I have to deal with. But as a nervous flyer, as soon as I go through all that, I'm kind of glad that it happened. And then finally in the final point in the con column, as potential threats evolve, so too must security measures. What seems strict now might be a necessary response to new information or tactics being employed by malicious actors. There you go. Those are the pros and cons. I did receive some messages online when posting this on Instagram. I got one from Vero that she actually repeats here in the chat, so let's read that one first. Security in airports or any means of transportation must be strict to prevent any type of crisis that may occur in them. People must understand that they cannot always do what they want and that we all have the right to travel peacefully. And that's a fair point, right?
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
I think that's a pretty prescient and fair point. I think as individuals, we tend to believe that, we have the autonomy and right to behave however the hell we want in any given situation. But, as you grow a little older and wiser, you see that a certain, or you understand, I believe, or at least I understand that certain sacrifices have to be made for the greater good, right? For the good of the community or good of individuals. I do get more messages on Instagram. Let's go through those. Miguel says, you can't really put a price on safety, can you? From my experience, strict measures, even if they seem excessive, serve a purpose. It's all about the bigger picture. Keisha says, I get it, but try going through security with a stroller, a pram in British English, a toddler throwing a tantrum, and a baby needing a diaper change. I wish they'd at least have faster lines for families or something. And then finally, Priya. Sorry for pronouncing that incorrectly. Honestly, I get the need for security, but the endless queues and repetitive checks, it's a bit much. It's demasiado. It's a bit much. Sometimes it feels more like a time drain than actual protection, especially for frequent flyers like me. Okay, so you've taken the temperature of the people who voted on Instagram, my friends. We've gone through some pros and cons. Let me see what people are saying in the chat. Nodges says, oi, good people. How are you doing, Nodges? Welcome. Let's see. But yeah, people on their phones while driving should get massive fines. Agreed, Min. Agreed. That's in reference to that article that we read there about AI being used to identify people breaking the law on roads. Of course, just do things right. If not, assume the consequences, says Nessa again in relation to that article. True story. Okay, in the airport, I can't understand you can't pass the control with a bottle of water, but immediately in the duty-free, they are selling it, says Jeff.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
You can't come in with your water. You have to come in with a water that costs €3 in duty-free. Mr. Cruthando, even if it is strict, maybe it is necessary. Just take enough time, says Mr. Cruthando. True story. In Norway, they just dump the water out. Then they have water filler stations inside. I think this is mostly to stop alcohol. True story, could be. Min, yeah, in a lot of places you can just buy water or fill your bottles at the toilets past the security points. Nessa, apparently now you're going to be able to carry more than 100 milliliters. A new regulation. Okay, good. Oh, well, that's a positive progression with these rather strict safety laws. Let's continue. Min, I'm torn. In one way, all measurements are a deterrent. They're the safe way instead of taking unnecessary risks. But at the same time, how many TV shows have there been where they went to test airport security and they just get through with fake bombs or fake drugs? True story. True story. I mean, I have seen some of these shows that kind of lift the lid on how secure airports actually are. And it is true. It is true. Sometimes you see people who manage to get through security with, well, I don't want to say weapons, but with suspect items, you know. So, The topic for debate, friends. Airport security is too strict nowadays. Should it be just like getting on a bus or on a train? Or does this particular mode of transportation really require the special treatment it has? It's interesting because I am immensely frustrated whenever I travel by plane, especially back to England, which is my normal destination when flying. And it's just such a hassle to get there an hour and a half before, to go through the initial checks, then the second checks before you get through to boarding. And by that time, all your neatly packed luggage is turned upside down while people have been rifling through it, and you've just wasted an hour of your holiday time being treated as a threat. But also, as a nervous flyer, I really do appreciate it. But that's my opinion, friends. What I'm interested in is yours. Guys, I'm going to post a poll in the chat and you'll tell me, is airport security too strict nowadays? Guys, tons of things you could have been doing this morning, but instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me, and it means the world. I'll see you in a few minutes.
The ProBoh Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're a radio listener, oh my god, what did you miss? It's currently 9 a.m. Central European Time, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. How are you doing out there, folks? Well, we spoke about the really weird decision. Number one, to ban transgender women from competing in women's chess, which I find strange. That's like the chess authority or the International Chess Federation saying, no, men have an advantage in chess. And then they're just the weird little bubble that these guys live in, where there's a men's and a women's league in chess, where I don't believe gender really plays a role. I've had my ass kicked 1,000 times by both men and women in chess. I don't think gender plays much of a role in someone's ability in a game that is essentially just a cerebral activity. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can kind of put myself in the place of people who are against transgender women competing in physical activities. I can put myself in that kind of mindset and understand it. This I have no understanding of. I don't understand it whatsoever. Then we covered the latest Elon controversy. Mr. Musk wanting to remove the block button from Twitter. I think this is the beginning of more to this story. I think it could lead to a ban from most of the app repositories, most of the app stores. But let's see. And then finally, the police in Cornwall have implemented an AI camera system. And on its first trip out, in the first 3 days, it caught almost 300 drivers breaking the law. It identified 1,000 offenses. Wow. Is this the beginning of AI moderation, not just on the internet, but in real life? Should we be worried about this? Too much AI oversight of us rather than us overseeing AI? Do you know what I'm saying here? This is the end. It's not the end. Chill out, guys. All right. And then we moved on to today's unpopular opinion, which is airport security is too strict nowadays. I read some opinions there from Instagram. But I will also be posting these polls, I think, on Discord as well pretty soon. Let's see. Let's see what people have been saying. I'm torn in one way. Oh, no, we read that one. Sorry. I still don't know what to vote, says Nessa Vanessa. Min says, to be fair, getting there an hour and a half isn't even necessary. They just say that to make sure people don't miss their flights. Wow. In Madrid Barajas Airport. By the way, if you're an international listener, we produce this show from Madrid, Spain. In Madrid Barajas Airport, the lines are so unwieldy that you need to get there an hour and a half before. You really do. And sometimes you're lucky and you spend like 3/4 of an hour, 45 minutes, just ambling around duty-free. But sometimes it does take that amount of time and you just arrive on time for your flight. Crazy. And then he goes on, Min, to say, as a young white guy, airport security isn't that bad. Norgie says, white privilege.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
Yeah, do you think there is much racial profiling in these security measures? I imagine right after 9/11 there was, but is there now? It'd be interesting to get an opinion from the Black, Asian, East Asian community and find out what they think. All I can speak to is my personal experience as what could be categorized as a skinhead. I mean, I'm obviously bald. So I shave now because, I've been blessed with a bald head. But back when I was younger, I just shaved my head anyway. And having a shaved head and traveling through airport security around football season, yeah, I did almost guaranteed every time I go through airport security, I get my bags checked. But, in the end, I kind of appreciate it. And that sounds a little counterintuitive, but I do. As soon as I get on the flight and I know everyone has had their bags checked. I enjoy the relaxation of knowing that absolutely everything that could be done has been done to make the flight go as smoothly as possible. But that's just me. That's just my opinion, guys. And as I've said a million times before, as Grandpa Bo used to say, opinions are like buttholes, my friends. We all have one and they all stink. So let's continue reading yours. My question is, this is a great point by Corporate Alligator. My question is, if airports have all this immense security and safety because of history, then how come train stations don't? There have been a history of underground bombings.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
Yeah, interesting. Or cars and vans. Remember the spate of domestic terrorism that happened in London with people taking vans and driving them into crowds? Cars don't seem to require extra security, and let's be fair, they're a lot more accessible than a plane. Interesting. Great point. Jeffa, I remember in the 90s, some airplane companies with ashtrays in every single seat. Oh, God, yeah, I remember that. I think the first plane I got there was a cloud of cigarette smoke in it. I would have been quite young at the time. Dude, when I first moved to Spain, you were smoking in restaurants, in bars. At the end of a meal, it was just like walking out of a haunted house, just all this plume of smoke following you. Anyway, look, I've got nothing to contribute to this conversation as a smoker, but yeah, I remember that too. Norges, I have no problem with the security at airports, but security and personnel on power trips are the most annoying thing ever. So yeah, Norges, they're making the argument that, yeah, I have no problem like jumping through the hoops that airport security makes you jump through. But at least treat me with a minimum of respect. And I think everyone can agree with that.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
Just to treat me with the minimum of human dignity when you make me do these things. I have to admit, most of the time, when I've gone through these extreme measures in airport security, I've been treated with a lot of respect. And I've noticed it depends a whole hell of a lot more on me than them. I know a few people are going to be angry at that, but it's true. If I approach that situation all stressed out, huffing and puffing, all right, if you must, then it ends up prolonging the interaction with these people. But the more polite I've gotten over time, yeah, of course. So open whatever you need, look through whatever you need. Do you want to take my riñonera? Do you want to take my fanny pack, my bum bag, as we call it in England? Look through that. Look through my wallet if you like. The more helpful I am, the quicker and the more polite they are with me. Just a little tip there from someone who's been stopped in airport security more than he would like. Anyway, let's continue. Vero, I understand airport security, especially since September 11th. Which I think was kind of the birth of extended security in airports, you know? I just feel like a lot of people see it as an infringement of their basic rights, right? Probably the sheer number of travelers and the vast amount of train stations makes it a lot more difficult for trains, says Min in reply there to the comment that Corporate Alligator made. Not people, police, says Norges. Urs is here. It bothers me a lot passing through airport security, but for me, it's totally necessary. It makes me feel more confident regarding taking a plane. I could be wrong, but it's what I feel.
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
Yeah, me too. I feel the exact same way, Urs. I'm always pissed off to have to stop, open my luggage, let people rifle through it. Always. I've never thought to myself, oh, I hope someone opens my bag today and finds a special present I've left for them. Never. But I have to admit, once I get through the security, I travel a little more easy knowing that everybody's had to go through the same thing. Min says, in the end, airplanes are statistically one of the safest ways to travel, whereas cars are the leading cause of death for people under 40. Woo!
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
Yeah, man. Yeah, totally. And then I think we, a lot of comments in the chat today. You guys are killing it, my God. Let's continue reading. Mr. Cruzando, talking about the transgender issue. I do agree with Rob. Why can they not participate? Exactly. Especially in a field, in a game. Why can't transgender women participate alongside women? Why can't men participate alongside women? Why can't everyone participate in chess together? I just feel it's really a really weird phenomena that we need two separate leagues based on gender here. You know what I mean? In chess. Chit is here. There has been a normal standard for years, if you're a woman, you can compete in women's class. If you're anything other, you compete in open class. It's not the men's class, it's open class. So there's a woman's chess and an open chess, and there's no men's chess. Why can't it all be open? I don't understand why. I'm still a little confused by this, but thank you so much, Chit. New to the chat. You're very welcome here. Okay, Bridge. I'm so sorry, Rob. I forgot. Welcome, Bridge. Welcome. You're never too late. Involuntary skinhead, says Min. Yeah, that's me. I'm an involuntary skinhead. I did read your statement, Chit. Thank you very much for sending it to us. Let's see. Open class should allow drugs as well. Will give us the best peak performance. Let's see. Yes, my 100% friend wears a turban, and the last 15 years of him traveling for work, he's been stopped every single time. They claim it's random stoppings. Well, that makes me sad. That makes me sad specifically because if you're wearing a turban, it means you're Hindu, you're not Muslim. Get some education out there, friends. Come on. Come on, airport security. At least know a thing or two, at least. Drugs are not the same as chromosomes, says Chit. Random checks, I should say, corporate alligator. Yeah, they're not random then. There is certainly some profiling going on, apparently. Vero says, when we went to the US West Coast, we had some security problems. My mom's name is written differently in her passport. My brother got so angry that we got sent to the immigration desk. Oh my God. I found them to be a lot more serious in America, going through the passport checks and everything, but ultimately pretty nice as well. You know what I mean? I think it's all about mindset. If you go into the airport understanding that you're going to be checked and it's going to be a rigmarole, then there are no surprises, right? You kind of go through it understanding that it's going to be understanding that it's going to be a rigmarole, a real kind of torturous kind of event. They respect you because bald men are scary, says corporate alligator. I don't think so, but maybe. I just know after spates of hooliganism, every time I've traveled, I've been stopped. Chit says, the men's class is open class, the women's class is closed class. I understand. Jeez, Chit, chill, man. Some things after 9/11 make sense, like not having the cockpit accessible to everybody. Yeah, absolutely. Check out my belt, bro, says Chit. Okay, will do. Why can't we stop focusing on gender in cases where it makes no difference, says Nessa. Yeah, I have no idea, Nessa. But I think I'm from a different generation, man. You know what I mean? I'm from the generation that just doesn't care as long as everyone's happy and living their life without any restrictions. Just have at it. Do what you want. Identify as whatever you want to identify as. I'll call you whatever you want to be called. Just as long as I can do whatever the hell I want. Let's see. Let's continue. What if I find what I find difficult about random checks is if there's certain groups that bring more risks with them, you should check them more. Not saying there's no underlying racism in a lot of cases. Yeah, wow, this would make, if I can phrase this correctly, a brilliant unpopular opinion. Should there be bias towards certain problematic groups? Because in domestic terrorism cases, it'd be we white people who would be checked most on internal flights, am I right? Interesting. Norges, one time I got stopped in airport security. They wanted to take away a drawing compass to make circles on paper. It was a weapon. What a needle that's like 2 millimeters. I got to keep it after a good argument with them. Yeah, I got my, before I went on the Camino de Santiago, I had a little survival knife. I got it taken away from me on the train. I wasn't even playing with it. It was just a random kind of search. If you get an airline ticket with a big S on it, go ask the desk to get a new printed ticket. It won't have the... Ooh, thank you for that cheer. I'm going to have to edit that out of the show, but thank you, Chit. If you get an airline ticket with a big S on it, go ask the desk to get a new one printed. It won't have the S and you won't get a search. Wow, interesting. Thank you. Love it, Rob. Involuntary skinhead. Now I have a new way to refer to my son. Sorry, I'm thinking I'm getting way off the chess topic. My bad. No worries, Chit. Welcome. All right, guys, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get to the results of the poll. So I made the statement that airport security is too strict nowadays. What did you guys say? Let's get a little drum roll. Bear in mind, on Instagram, they said 56% true. You guys said 55% false. So to close this topic, I think we should, all that really remains to be said is, I think it's inconclusive. When we hit 55, 56%, we split. And if it isn't broken, don't fix it as far as I'm concerned. Sure, it may feel like an infringement of your privacy, but only just to make fellow travelers feel safe. Is it not worth the effort? I think so. All right, guys, with all that said, let's go to today's 100 Humans. Oh my God, friends. It was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. And on that walk, I encountered 100 humans and I asked them all a question. Today's question is, name a food you wouldn't eat with a fork. Nombra un alimento que no comerías con tenedor. Tenedor. I need... You will either give me a nifalazo or I won't give myself one. I think I screwed up my damn pronunciation. Okay, Chit is kicking us off today with sushi. Is sushi there? Name a food you wouldn't eat with a fork. Oh, great answer, but not there. Sushi. Okay, next. Min and Nessa both say soup. Sopa. Soup. Is soup there? Of course it is. Well done. And Min and Nessa with 37 of the 100 humans saying soup. That's the number one answer. Killing it, guys. Killing it. Soup is there. Number one answer. Let's continue. Gazpacho, says Mr. Cruzando. Mr. Cruzando, just a food, not a drink. It's just a food. Just foods. I will die on this hill. Gazpacho is not a soup. It's a drink. I'll die on this hill, friends. Okay, here we go. Jeffa, only bigger knives than Mr. Crocodile Dundee must be banned at the airport. Lentils. Lentejas. Says Vero, is lentils there? No. If you eat pizza with a fork, then get away from me. So Corporate Alligator saying pizza. Is pizza there? Yes, it is. Well done. It's there. It's the fifth most popular answer with 7 of 100 humans saying pizza. Chicken wings. Chicken wings, says Ors. Is chicken wings there? Yes, it is. Well done. to 7th most popular answer with 7 of 100 humans saying chicken. Guys, you're killing it today. Cereal, although technically a soup. Cereal, says Min. Is cereal there? Yes, it is. Well done. It's the 3rd most popular answer with 9 of 100 humans saying cereal. Nessa says jelly. Jelly. Jello in American English. Is jelly there? Jelly. Oh. Good answer, but not there. A lot like, think with a few of these answers, a lot like chicken can be eaten with a fork. You might not. Think along those lines for a few of these answers. All right, let's continue. Yogurt, says Nessa and Nuriatam. Yogurt. Is yogurt there? No, it's not. Ooh, see, we're going to have to go into clues soon. Gelatina, so says, or gelatina, says Jeffa. Jelly. Not there, sadly, but good answer. Wait, you're still looking for results. Mr. Cruzando, you should do an unpopular opinion if gazpacho is a soup or a drink. We did it. We've done it. Do you want to revisit that one? We could do it tomorrow. Okay. We'll do the gazpacho argument tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Chocolate, says the bridge. Chocolate. Is chocolate there? Oh. Nessa says flan. Flan. Is flan there? Oh. Chit says chips. Chips, UK English. Fries, US English. Is fries there? Or French fries? Chips. Yes, it is chip. Well done. 2nd most popular answer with 17 of 100 humans saying fries. 2 more to go. You've got 2 more to go. I'm seeing candy, biscuits in the chat. None of those are there. Okay. Here we go. Norgis says hamburgers. A hamburger. Una hamburguesa in Spanish. Hamburger. Is hamburger there? Yes, it is. Well done. You've just got 1 more to get. 1 more. I will give you a clue. It's a dessert food, probably the most popular dessert there is. Vanilla, I believe, is the most popular flavor of this dessert food. What do you think it could be? It's a dessert food. Very popular in the summer. I'm seeing a lot of answers come up in the chat. We have hash browns, peas, a sandwich, says Nessa, bocata, ribs. None of those are there. But to Nessa Vanessa, Jeffa, Nuriatam, all saying, and Vero, all saying ice cream, that is there. You've done it, guys. Well done. All right, let's go through the list. So I asked 100 humans to name something you would not eat with a fork. Or nombra un alimento que no comerías con tenedor. In position number 7, we had chicken. Chicken legs, chicken wings, chicken drumsticks, however you refer to it, chicken. In position number 6, we had hamburger. Una hamburguesa. I believe it's a feminine word. God, I'm going to get crucified in the chat in a minute if I got that wrong. In position number 5, pizza. In fact, did anyone say pizza? I think so. Yeah, I think it was a corporate alligator, right? Oh, Urs already said ice cream. My bad, Urs. Oh, sorry, Urs, you're going to get a special well done. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with the chat. My bad. Pizza. Okay, next, in position number 4, we had ice cream, as stated by Urs, but I didn't see it. Sorry, my guys. In position number 3, we had cereal, cereales. In position number 2, we had French fries. And finally, in position number 1, we had soup. Well done, guys. I can't remember who said soup now. That was ages ago. I think it was Nessa and Min. Well done to you guys. All right, now I'm hungry, says Nessa. Using a knife and fork to eat a burger, I don't know you, says Corporate Alligator. I scream, you scream, everyone scream, says Norges. All right, let's go to complete the news.
Complete the news.
Okay, we're not going to do that one, I don't think. Oh, no, yeah, we will. Okay. So here we go. Complete the news. I'm going to give you a real news headline, but I'm going to leave out some important information. Your job in the chat is to identify the information that's missing. If you know the answer, don't give it away. Just write A, B, or C. If you're one of the many people watching the show, this is your moment. If you haven't had a chance to type yet, all you have to write is A, B, or C. So here we go. Days before, a Boston couple set to marry in Italy, blank. Okay. Días antes de que la pareja de Boston se casará en Italia, blank. Is it A, the bride elopes with the Italian wedding officiator? Elope is to escape a wedding. La novia se fuga con el oficiante italiano de la boda. So the A, the bride elopes with the Italian wedding officiator. B, the dog ate the groom's passport. Or C, the couple discover they are related. A, B, or C. We have to be quick with this one, guys. We're running out of time. Love this one, says Nessa. That's true. Please step away from the table with regards to eating a hamburger with a knife and fork. Come on. Ooh. The couple discover they are related. Que mal pensado sois. All right, so I see all three, says Norges. C is definitely the most popular. I see a lot of B's and A's too. Let's see. Okay, so days before, Boston couple set to marry in Italy. Drum roll, please. The answer is B. The dog ate the passport. Boston couple faced unexpected hurdle just 2 weeks before their planned wedding in Italy. Their dog, Chicky, chewed up the groom's passport. Guys, all these links will be posted on my Patreon where you can check them out at your own leisure. Friends, so many things you could have been doing this morning. Instead of doing those things, you took the time to spend some time with me, and it means the world. I will see you tomorrow.